What's good, YouTube? We back with another video. I'm here. I'm very excited today just because my fish tank has cycled, done its job, and I'm ready to put fish in there. It's been a long time coming, but for you guys it seems like it was just a week ago when I just set it up. But believe me, it was more than a week ago. Psych, I'm just playing. It was a week ago, but here we go with another video. I'm coming to tell you that this tank has went through so many changes, and you will see. I will let you know the changes I went through, the steps I went through, the heartbreak, the disappointment, the frustration that I went through in setting up this tank and getting it ready to get some fish in it and get some core in it. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you've been following this journey and stuff. It's like a roller coaster for me because I've been going up and I've been going down. But right now, I'm on the way up, and I ain't trying to look down. So follow me. Let's go.
To be in it. I know you feel the same. I see it every day. And not a thing to do, and not a thing to say. You are mine, baby, you're the truth. You are mine, I love to rock with you. You are mine, you're everything I need. You are mine, so baby, rock with me. I wanna kiss you, feel you, need you just fine. Wanna touch you, love you, baby, all night. You watch it, but all the things you do. You are my rock, I love to rock with you. I love to rock with you.
Alright, so that was the intro. Matter of fact, while you're thinking about the intro at the moment, just like and subscribe, please, and follow the journey, man. I just want y'all to see a little bit of the beach by your bedside, man, you know. I've been wanting saltwater fish for the longest and stuff. I did have one a while ago, maybe some years ago, had one set up, and I did have a clownfish in there, but some stuff happened and stuff, and I don't have it no more. But I'm back again, setting up another tank. Yo, you already know. So here we go, man. I just want to let you know, first of all, I just want to go through the cycling process. If you don't know what the cycling means, you can always look it up in Google and stuff, but I'm going to explain a little bit to you. So basically, cycling is you need beneficial bacteria in your aquarium to be able to hold the load from the fish waste, all the uneaten food, and just to keep your tank sustained to a good, proper sustainment, you know. Because, you know, in the ocean and stuff, you got the sun, which evaporates the ocean, then it rains fresh water, and you got waves and stuff, so all the poop and stuff that the animals do, guess where it goes? It washes on the beach. And who's on the beach? We are. So if you never thought about it, just think about it like this. When you on the beach, laying out, getting that little suntan, or playing in the water, watching the waves come up, crash against your feet, you're probably stepping in poop. And I'm not lying. That's for real. But anyway, so basically, what I did to cycle my tank, I had used a raw shrimp from your local grocery store. I put it in there. I let it sit in there for a couple days, 3-4 days. Let it dissolve, become all nasty. Took it out. Boom, start my cycling cycle. Because you need ammonia in your tank to start the cycling cycle. So that's what I did. And unfortunately, when I was doing that, I think that my tank wasn't big enough for the shrimp that I had, because the shrimp was kind of large I had. And so it kind of got nasty in the tank, and it was going everywhere. When I picked it up, it just like disappeared in my hand. It was like nasty and yucky, anything. So, and then plus I had my lights on. So with that being said, it created a bacterial boom. And basically a bacterial boom is when you get this green hair algae all over your tank. And I also had my lights on like all day, every day. Don't know what I was thinking. Never do that. Never keep your lights on when you're cycling your tank, because you will create algae. Algae will show up, and algae will not go nowhere unless you get it out or turn your lights off. So future references, if you're cycling, turn your lights off. You don't need your lights on. Ain't nothing there anyway. Ain't nothing to look at. If anything, put your lights on like the blue color light, green color. Put on some dark color light. Don't put on the white light, because the white light is going to create algae, and algae is no good unless you about to start putting in some snails, crabs, or whatever that eats the algae. Yeah, leave your light on. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get back to the subject. So, therefore, I done that, got my algae boom, tank was looking a mess. Because, you know, back in the day, when people were cycling tanks, you go through an ugly stage in your tank where your tank just looks so nasty, your sand be looking nasty. And pretty much, that's what I went through. And that's what I am at the moment. I will show you the tank and show you how it looks now, but just want to give you an update. But that's how the tank was looking. So I went through, waited, let the ammonia set up, and then let my nitrates with the I set up, and then my nitrate with the A set up, you know, let that go through and cycle the tank. So I'm waiting. Got my green hair algae in the tank. It was going wild crazy. I'll show you a clip of it, or a picture of the algae in there. Going all crazy. Went to the fish store. I ain't had no test kit, you know, so always get a test kit. Now I got a test kit now, but I ain't had no test kit back then because it's new. Boom. When I see algae, boom, it's ready to settle. So I had some green hair algae and stuff, so bam, went to the fish store and picked up me a turbo snail and the emerald crab. Came back, put them in the tank. They settled. In the beginning, I thought my snail had died because when I first put him in the tank, he didn't move for like 2 days. So I thought he was dead automatically. I was like, dang, he already dead. He was probably wasn't healthy from the beginning, but he moved around and was living a life and stuff. The emerald crab, put him in there. First time, he boom, running for hind spot. He was in there doing his job. He was in there eating all the algae up. You can see him just plucking. We got some good algae. So that's what he was doing. He was eating good algae and stuff. So it was ready for a water change because I did a water change because my salinity, the first video, you know, I was showing you how my salinity reader didn't work right. I don't know what happened, but I guess I wasn't using it right, but it's working now. I guess I wasn't using it right or whatever. I took my water to Pico and let them test it. And they was telling me that I ain't had no type of salinity in my tank. So I'm looking like, if I ain't got no salinity in my tank, how's this crab living without salinity in the tank? So that would just blew me by surprise. My snail had already died. I did a water change to put more salinity in there to get it back to the proper. So me not knowing, just changing the salinity just like from what it was until the proper salinity just killed my crab. So I was definitely hurt about that. You know, my crab just, matter of fact, then he died beside the snail where the snail had died at, and that was just hurtful because it's like that's the burial ground or something, man. I was so hurt about that. But, you know, times have changed. I learned now doing a water change and stuff, man, especially when you got animals in there and stuff, and the proper way to do a water change. You know, me being naive and stuff, trying to hurry up and do the water change so my crab don't die because it's no salinity, no salt in the water. You know, sorry if I keep looking this way, just at the camera that way, so that's why I keep looking at it. So after the crab died, so I had to go back to the drawing board because I'm looking like, yo, my crab done died, man. I don't want to get no fish. And then the fish died. I ain't want my son to see the fish die and stuff because, you know, that's really like traumatizing for a kid just to see fish dying, because when the crab died, he went into labor and stuff. Like he lost his best friend or something, and he was just crying. So I was like, you know what? Next time we get a fish, the fish is going to live until it's going to live. It's going to do its due diligence in the tank until it die and stuff, till it get old and die. So that's my goal and stuff too. Whenever I get fish in there or any other type of animal in there, it's gonna live until a fish eat it, or until it dies on its own, or until it gets sick and die. You know, it's not gonna die because of the hands of me by being naive and stuff, doing crazy stuff like a water change and stuff. You know, so I had to go back to the drawing board. So I went to my local pet shop, my local fish store to see what they had. I let them know what I had going on. So they was like, you know what, your tank might not be cycled yet, you might still have to wait and all of this. And I was like, you know, could be. I'm gonna take their word for it. I took their word for it, you know. I went out and bought this. You see it, so it's stability. So it's a bacteria in the bottom. So all my fish keepers, you know what this is. It's kind of like Dr. Tim's fish, Dr. Tim's bacteria stuff in the bottom. That's kind of what that is. So she turned me on to that. So I got that, came home, dosed it for the first 3-4 days, you know, doing with the proper dosage in until my ammonia got up. So my ammonia had got up like all the way up. You know, and I also got a test kit too, because it's hard to know when your ammonia up when you got a test kit. So anyway, I got a test kit here. So this test kit here is made by API, and they are not paying me for this, but this is the kind of test kit I got, saltwater test kit. It's a master test kit. Anyway, so my ammonia, when I was dosing that bacteria in there, in the bottle, so I dosed it in there, so my ammonia had got all the way down here. So when I see my ammonia get all the way down here, I dosed the whole bottle in there. Boom, I just poured the whole bottle in there. I said, forget it. I'm gonna pour the whole bottle in there. Boom. I poured the whole bottle in there, and I want to say like 4 days later, I started testing every day, every single day, just to see my ammonia go down, my ammonia go up. And today, I see my ammonia go up, man, not my ammonia, I see my ammonia start coming down, and then my nitrate with an I started going up. Cause at first it was at 0, as you can see, it was at the blue right here. It kept being at the blue. Let that focus in for you. You can see the colors, but yeah. So then I started seeing my ammonia go down, and then my nitrate with I started going up. It got all the way up to that thing was like dark purple. I mean, that thing was like here, came down to here. So when it had got down to here, I was like, okay, now we working with something. Now my tank going through its due diligence to wherever it's going or wherever it need to be. It's starting to cycle. So I got all excited, man. I'm dancing through the house like, yo, it's finally happening. This is what we doing. Yo, we're about to get into it. So basically, after that, I just waited, let the tank do what it needs to do. So it's cycling. Today is the day that it happened. I'm gonna put in pictures. I'm gonna show you guys pictures of what my tank looking like now as far as the test kit. You know, I tested my ammonia, my nitrate with an I, and my nitrate with an A. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. And to me, looks like it's a very cycle tank, you know, so it looks like I can get some fish, some type of cleanup crew, and put in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a cleanup crew first, you know. I'm gonna get a crab again, cause I don't know if I'm gonna get a crab, and I don't want to tell nobody what you got. I got crabs. It's not good. I'm gonna get a crab though. I'm gonna get some snails too, man. Might get a starfish, but I gotta get a small starfish, cause my tank ain't number 8 gallons, so I don't need no large starfish that's gonna take over the whole tank. The tank is cycle, to give you a little update on what the tank doing. So, and now I'm gonna show you how the tank look. And I just wanna let you know that I still got algae here, but I'm not worried about the algae because the cleanup crew is gonna eat all the algae in here and whatnot. So, I'll show y'all what it's looking like. Alright guys, as you can see, so I did move some stuff around, added another piece of rock, so I got that in the tank, and I got a little island here with a rock with some green hair algae on it. I got another one here with a lot of green hair algae, and then you see how my sand it looks black, but it's kind of like a purple color and green, and you see like green in there too. That ain't nothing but the algae. So the cleanup crew, they gonna eat all that up. So I'm not too worried about that as far as that going on in here. But this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm thinking about I'm gonna get some more rock in there and just switch that around a little bit. But for now, that's what we looking like. And I got my best girl up here, the endo rapper. She keeping an eye out for me, make sure don't nobody tamper with it. So she biting anybody who's getting close to the tank, you know. So that's how she look. That's how she look, guys. That's exactly how she looks right now, you know. Alright, so yeah, that's how the tank looks, man. So what I'm thinking is, we did look at some fish. Personally, I like the goby because he's gonna keep my sand clean. And tanks look beautiful when the sand is clean and stuff, you know. That's what I like about tanks. When I see these saltwater tanks, or when I see tanks with sand in them, I look at the sand and I see how clean the sand is, and that just looks amazing to me, how clean the sand be looking and stuff. And I'm gonna put some coral in there. I'm probably gonna go with star polyps in there, some mushroom, some very, very light, easy beginner coral that I'm gonna have in there. You know, I just want to start off small with some coral, with some little bit of light in there, some movement, and that's probably what I'm gonna stick with for the time being. So, you know, I'm excited. You know, I'm finished cycling. We'll be good for some fish, man. I also want to get some a pair of clownfish in there too. Me being an 8-gallon tank, I probably, if I do put more than three pieces of fish, like I'm eating fish or something, if I do put 3 or more fish in there, they're gonna be very small, man. They're probably gonna be like this big, like very, very small. I want you to stay with me on this update, everything, cause when I go to the fish store, I'm gonna take you guys with me, man, show you what the fish store look like where I go to, man. It's pretty dope, man. They got everything in there. They pretty helpful, you know. They got a lot of fish in there you can choose from. Man, they got some good stuff in there. I just want to show y'all, man, like what my local fish store look like, you know, just to give them some recognition. And if you live close by and you know the location, hey, go to them, man. They pretty good. They pretty good. You know, I keep my tank, I keep the water at 78 degrees, 78.8, so almost 79 degrees in the tank. I keep it that temperature at all times. So that's a good little temperature, especially in the range. And my salinity, I keep it at 1.024 or 1.025. You know, I keep it right around there. It doesn't move too much or too much down. This tank, it doesn't do too much evaporation and stuff just because I got a lid on it, so I don't have to do too much topping off on it. So that's a good thing. But I know once I get deep into some corals that need a little more photosynthesis light, I'm gonna have to do away with this. Or I was definitely thinking get some LED strips that's powerful, that has like 10K white lights or 12K white lights and some deep blue lights on there. If I can find some, I mean, I'll just glue them up to this tank, man, and use them lights and run them with the hood. You know what? That's what I'm going to do, man. That's going to be my DIY for you guys. Buy some LED strip lights that's powerful enough that can grow coral and keep corals healthy. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to hook them up on the lid on here. Because I really don't want to take my lid out because, you know, some fish, they jumpers, you know. And you know what comes with jumpers. Jumpers come with death, you know, so I definitely don't want that, because I don't want to see, I come in all happy and stuff, I come in, then I see Nemo on the floor sucking for some air. He taking his last breath in front of my face. That's going to kill me right there, you know. I'm going to be hurtful. Probably just going to throw everything away and just start all over again. No, I'm just playing, but I don't want any jumpers though, for real. I don't. We don't like jumpers. So I'm gonna keep the lid on and see how that'll work out. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. Just want you guys to ride with me. I'm so excited, man. You know, I can't wait. Whew, man, it's been a long time coming, man. You just don't know. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. It's been real. Till next time, man. I'm out.
I'm an icon, man. My girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.